Wally's hands. Here's one that's assembled. The way I've designed this is that the cable routing goes through a chamber in the hand, which comes through and then zips down into the next part, into here. I have this designed where I know some of the club design is that the servo has wires and cable routing that pulls and pushes these parts of the fingers, which is a great design. I was just trying to keep the cost down again, remove some of the complexity. I've gone with MG90 servos. I'm still waiting on an order to arrive that's taken over a month, but I live in Australia, so so the way I've designed mine is that there'd be an independent servo in the thumb and independent servos in the fingers. So you could potentially have both fingers up and down together, or you could have it that it does a sequence. All three could move together, open. Gives a bit of flexibility. I'm just not sure on how strong they'll end up being. If I did end up redesigning this to have two large servos in here and nothing in the thumb, so I could have the thumb in a fixed position, it'd just be a couple of parts to reprint. Like, you wouldn't be reprinting the fingers again, the very top. You might just be reprinting these two parts or something. But I'll test it out, see how it goes, and then yeah. But what we'll do now is we'll go through the assembly and fasteners, and we'll talk that through. The cables do fit. It's a bit of a tight squeeze, but they do actually fit up into a cavity inside here. I did have to sort of use some tweezers to try to orientate some of the cables to get it to go through, but the standard servo, so this is actually off the servo, the standard servo without any soldering, and then these three cables actually go into the inside of the arm, and that goes over into that slot, so that when the arm rotates they move along with that. Alright, so let's go through some of the hardware. Like I said, you'll need 3 MG90 servos. These are M3 by 6mm long screws. These are M3 by 10mm long socket head cap screws. These are the ones that combine the wrist together, because they look like the right ones from Wally rather than the Phillips head. The other screws that you need to make it work, there's a socket head cap screw M3. This is 50mm long. You need 2 of these. They go in where the fingers are, so there's already one in here to retain the finger. And M3 by 50 long, and the other one is M3 by 45 long. So you could buy the 50s and you could cut 5mm off of this one if you needed to make it 45, but they are different in length. The other part in here, take this out, there's a shaft in here, again an 8mm shaft. This shaft is get that right. $117mm long, 117, diameter 8. I put a dimple in here with the drill through the hole here to then give it a positive orientation. The intent with this is that once that's fitted together, that the flat that I've filed into here for the retaining on when it goes into the arm is in line, the flat is in line with this flat here. So I fitted this together, I did up the screw, but I just wanted to have a positive contact. There's a heat insert underneath here, of course, which the screw is pulling in. That printed in. There's 2 heat inserts here. There's one dowel there, a printed dowel. I did the flat just so that's the positive for the turning of the wrist rotation. But you could leave this Don't need to have the dimple in the shaft, I just did it for a positive contact. So that prints vertically. The hole here lines up with the other hole here. You can see the cable routing comes out through here, and the other cable routing goes through there, the chamber, and then comes out through the bottom here. So this one has 2 heat inserts in here, dowel at the front, not really needed, but again just make sure that's a clearance fit, put that in, and these are the M3 by 10mm socket head cap screws, because they look like the proper ones on Wally's wrist. Okay, that's the wrist attached. On the front, this part here is printed separately to this piece, and there's 2 dowels I'm pretty sure I had in here, and they glue together. I just epoxied those together. Heat inserts in here. These are the mounting spots for the servos to go through. There's a slot, you'll see how this goes together in a second. 2 heat inserts here. I'll just cover the other heat inserts. There's a tricky heat insert down inside the fingers, so I still managed to get that in with a standard soldering iron, flat on the bench, and then just push that in, and then just make sure that that's square to where the bolt will go through. So I actually heated that up a little bit and then just got the bolt to keep it in line. A little bit tricky. There's another heat insert, so there's on the thumb, there's one cap that sits over the top, which I'll hot glue on, and one cap that is got a heat insert in that goes through the thumb. So this is the thumb piece, which this bit mounts to, so we can put that together now. Again, one has thumb piece. I'll line up where all my grease marks are. Now you could either leave these loose or just firm, or you could do them up tight if you don't want it to move, but I guess if someone's hand did get caught in it and this was up, it would allow that to be able to go down and you're not going to break things. Someone shouldn't be putting their hand in there in the first place, and then I'll put a bit of hot glue to retain that. But I'll try to turn that around so I can see. Sort out the weathering later. The fingers on the other part, like I said, there's a heat insert in there. These will just fit together again, and this will be the M3 by 50. So that's just firm, so I can still move it. And these caps that go on here, I'm just planning to have those hot glued in as well, so you can always take them off again later if you needed to fix something or change something. The weathering on my fingers, I actually got a file and dug into these, and some of the other parts I ended up getting a heat gun, but one that they use for wood burning, I think it is. It's got a blade on the front and sort of pushed into the plastic like that to put the marks on before paint. But that's both the fingers and the thumb. Now the thumb, there's a servo that mounts in here, so just the MD90 would go in. Just make sure the orientation, so think about where the radius would be of the pivot. That's where the center point of the servo horn would be for the orientation. I've got a small groove in the back where the cable will run through for cable management and come out the back, so the servo would go in. If you buy a servo and the cable's coming out the side and not the back, you can always just take the back case off and just cut a bit of plastic away and then put the case back on so the cable has a bit more clearance, because if it comes out the back it's going to foul. Now there's a bit of a process to putting this together. the servo horn goes through that slot in that orientation, and that'll bring the thumb up, because the thing we're trying to do is fix the thumb against the housing so that it can drive with the servo. So we put that in. There's a cap that has a horn glued into it. I've screwed this one in. That's going to orientate this way. Click on. There'll be a small screw for the servo horn to retain that. It normally comes in the servo pack. And then in this part I just had the two screws M3x6. These just went into the plastic because the heat insert was a bit too close to the side of that. They don't need to be firm, so they don't need to be tight, they can just be firm because they're going to be captured in there. But this is the part that locks the center servo into the housing. I kind of needed to do it in parts to be able to slide that in there, and that'll allow the thumb to be able to move with the servo like that. Now on the other side, what I did in the 3D print here, I had another cap to go into the hole to just ensure that that wasn't loaded on one side or loose like this. I just had some small screws that went into here, and that just pushes into that, and just self screws into the plastic. So that just makes that firm now, so it can't move, but it should all be loose. This, by the way, the servo I have in here is stuffed, so that's why you can't hear the servo moving. The next part is the servos that go on the outside. There's a small slot in here where the cable routing would go from the servo horn. Make sure that I do this up the right way. On the inside of the thumb, I glued a servo horn. I screwed one into there. You can glue that in. I've only screwed them in for now because I don't have the other ones here at the moment. And the thumb will go, finger, sorry, go onto that. Small screw to retain that. There is a limit or a stop inside here, so you can see the servo and the finger as it moves, it'll hit a stop in there. So there is a physical hard stop. So you could drive the servo too far, but hopefully it just limits someone from just ripping it back. We do the same for the other mounts. The tab part goes to the front. Again, there's the cable management routing that goes through the hole here. It's kind of just wide enough for the servo cable, so that would go through that hole. Again, it's a bit of a wiggle to get things through, but then the servo cable would sit flat where that, so you feed that all through and then bring that down and clamp that on. So that would poke into the middle here, and then like I said, I got some tweezers and sort of the cable length would be through. I had some tweezers and then sort of force these cables through. Do all this before you paint, check it all fits. It is a bit of a juggle. I'm just showing you one for now. Should be coming out soon. There it is. Mount the other bracket on. Like that. Another servo, again, servo bracket in there. Okay, I've got to find the right size screw. Again, when I get the right servo, that'll be good. I had 2 holes in here just to have space for where those screw heads were that were coming through from the servo horn, and the intent with these is just that they're going to be caps that get pushed in. A bit of hot glue again, 2 of those, and it's a bit tight after paint. And that's the hand assembly. 3 servos for motion. If I have trouble with it, I could leave one down, but ideally when he does his ta-da, let it flip over, ta-da. And then that will go into the arm. Magnets everywhere. So that flat again will locate with that grub screw there. Push that in, screw up. The cables will come through the hole here from the back of the arm channel. Just lift that up. Remember the arm's going to be like that angle, not the other way. So if the arm's down and then rotates up. And the arm cover, the magnets. There is a positive contact on here a little bit, and that's the hand.